you are unsatisfied with your score, then come to me, all right? Come to me, and we'll have a chart, all right? And I mean, if you just feel like yourself is like pathetic and it's so hard and you don't want to do it again and you don't want to continue and you are going to screw up big time on the final, okay? So what we are going to do today and next week is still very important. It's a big part on the exam, and I can tell you it's not hard. You don't believe me, probably. Okay, all right. Anyway, so guys, let's first. Again, guys, this is the exam. If you are late, you can grab it at the end of class. And again, check the grading and check whatever. All right. So and then if you are unsatisfied, you need to know where you messed up, why, and then you improve next time. Okay. For example, 2y equals to 10, y equals to 5. Okay. Don't mess that up next time, all right? Or don't copy some question wrong totally, okay? All right, guys, that's the problem you have. It's not really like that, like you totally don't understand. It's just like you are not so careful, okay? Okay, guys, let's first review what we did last time. You have a question right now? Okay, what we did last time, guys?
Compound interest.
Compound, very good, okay? That's the keyword, compound interest continuously, okay? That's the, what, guys, we have two models that we went over last time. Is continuous deposit and continuous withdrawal. Exactly. Okay. All right, guys. Let's review the two models. Okay. So first model is continuous deposit. So the model for this is what? dA over dt. All right, guys. What does A stand for?
Amount.
The amount of money, right? The amount of your the total amount of your money. Okay. T stands for very obvious. It stands for time. Okay. And dA over dt means what? The change, rate of change. Exactly. The rate of change of your money with respect to time. Okay. dA over dt equals to what? So it coming from two parts. One part is whatever the bank give you. The bank always give you interest. So that part is always be positive. So R times A. All right. And then if it's continuous deposit, guys, continuous deposit means what? You continuously putting more money in, so your money is supposed to be more, right? So you plus the D, and D is the money you put into the bank every year. All right, guys? And guys, and another thing is like you don't worry too much about the frequency. For example, if the interest rate R here is with respect to year, let's say like a IRA, like interest rate annually, then this D will also be in years. Okay, we are not going to give you trouble on that. Okay, so just the frequency will be the same. Okay, and then the other model we did last time is what? Continuous withdrawal, right? With special withdrawal. Am I right? Am I right? Okay, guys, you see, sometimes I don't even know how to spell some word, but I can still teach you, okay? So, guys, continuous withdrawal, what is going on here is like it's like something, guys, you can think about this is like, it's like before you retire, you are saving money, all right? And this you can consider it as what? After you retire, you are taking out of money from the retirement plan, whatever account, okay? And this continuous withdrawal is what, guys? Almost the same. dA over dt means what? The rate of change of your total amount of money with respect to time, which equals to, again, bank will still give you the interest no matter what, all right? And then this, because it's withdrawal, so money is supposed to be less than what it's supposed to have. So RA minus D, okay? And then how to, and then what are you gonna do? Give you a question, you first need to figure out if, the keyword, okay? If it's a continuous deposit, if it's a continuous, if the interest is compoundly continuously, okay? And if so, you use this model, and then you need to figure out if it's continuous deposit or continuous withdrawal. And then you use these two models. You need to figure out what is your interest rate R and what is your the money you put or money you take out every frequency, okay? And then how to solve this system, guys? What way do we use here? What method do we use?
Linear first order.
Linear first order, exactly. That's the easiest one that you can use, all right? And then what else we did last time?
Euler's method.
Euler's method, perfect. Okay, guys, let's review. That's guys. Euler's method. Probably you don't like it in the beginning, but I can guarantee you it's just like one formula. It's just like the total differential. If you have the formula, you have that. And it doesn't involve any technique of taking derivative, taking integral. It's just about the formula and then plug in numbers. With me, guys? So what the formula for Euler's method, guys? So for each step, the new x value, for example, x of I plus 1 equals to what? The previous x value plus h. You got it. What the h is? H is the length of each step, okay? And then, guys, for each step, the new y value equals to the what? The previous y value, and then plus what? The g of the previous point, okay? xi, yi, and then multiply by h, okay? So this is the formula for Euler's method, guys. What does the Euler's method do? What does it for?
Approximates.
Exactly. It's approximate the solution of a differential equation. Why is that? Because we have no ways to solve any arbitrary differential equation in general. Okay, so this gave us an approximation, even though it's not the exact answer, it's sometimes good enough. Okay. All right. So this is our method, and guys, as I can tell, you are so confusing. Okay, let's do one more exercise about the Euler's method. With me, guys, and guys, this I guarantee you it's not hard. Okay, it's just like if you're waiting to get the points, okay? I mean, there's no free points on the world, all right? On the world, okay? And anyway, guys, you have to pay something to get the points, okay? So here, what you need to pay is probably the least. You just need to remember this. You need to know how to use that. You don't even need to know how to take derivative, how to take integral, but you can still get these points. Are you with me, guys? Okay, so let's do an exercise about that, okay? So guys, here's the exercise. Let's say we have a differential equation that is dy over dx. Let me see, minus x squared equals to what, okay? Let's say this is the differential equation, okay? And then please use the, I'm sorry, we never say please, okay? Use the Euler's method to do approximation of the solution of this differential equation with the initial condition that is let's say x0 equals to what? With h, the length of each step equals to 0.2 on the closed interval from 0 to point, let's say just, 0.8. Let's do more steps. I mean, like a lot of you didn't come on Tuesday, so let me show this clearly, okay? All right, so this is another exercise about the Euler's method, and then after this, we should be good, okay? Okay, guys, what's the first step you need to do? Okay, guys, again, the question is like this. Give you a differential equation, okay? And then you don't even care about if you can solve it using the three methods, namely the elementary, separable, or a linear first order. You don't care, okay? If we say Euler's method, we want you to do approximation, not really finding the true solution, okay? So the question is like what? Use the Euler's method. Okay, let me just. Use the Euler's method to approximate the solution of the differential equation. This with the initial condition x0 equals 1 with length of each step h equals to 0.2 on the closed interval from 0 to 0.8. All right. So guys. Is there any information you have right now? Okay, so guys, let me ask you this question. How many steps we need to do for this Euler's method? How many steps? 4 steps, okay? Because of what? The length of the interval is 0.8, okay? Each step is 0.2, so we need to do 4 steps. Just using the length of that divided by 0.2, okay? And guys, what do you need to find first? You are right. It should be y of 0. Yes, you are right. Pretty good. Okay. And I did it in purpose. Just it's a type for you guys. All right. It's y of 0 equals 1. And guys, the initial condition means what? 1, the x equals 0, your y equals to 1. Okay. All right, guys. What you need to extract from the condition? guys, there's gonna be somebody here last time, right?
Shouldn't you have the x squared on the other side?
Exactly, guys. That's very true, and that's very important. Okay, so I mean that's even though it's easy, but you need to remember that by heart. The function, the differential equation has to be in the form of what? dy over dx equals to the function g. Okay, so first you need to rewrite this as what? dy over dx equals to move it all to the right hand side. So this guy, the x squared plus y, is your g of xy. Okay, that's the very first step. Okay, and then what else you need, guys? You need the initial value for x, which is 0. Okay, and you need the initial value for y, which is 1. Okay, guys, these two conditions are from that initial condition. All right, x equals to 0, y equals to 1. Okay, and then the length h equals to 0.2. It will be given directly. Okay, and then we are ready to do the Euler's method. The first step, guys. Let's just work on the formula. Okay, so x1 equals to what? y1 equals to what? You tell me. Okay, what the formula for this first step of the Euler's method? x1 equals to x0 plus h. Okay, so yeah, it is 0.2. Okay, and then y1 equals to what? y0 is that the previous y value plus what? Plus the function g evaluate it on what? On the previous point x0, y0. Okay, and then multiply by h. Okay, that's the first formula from this general formula. Okay, guys, let's work on the numbers. Okay, x0 as we did in the beginning, x0 equals to 0 plus length of each step h is 0.2. So 0 plus 0.2 give you 0.2. Okay, and then guys, let's see, guys. I know a lot of you have no idea what's going on here. Okay, y0 is nothing but the y0 you found in the beginning, which is 1. Okay, and then plus, guys, this is a function. Plug in x0, y0. Then the result you multiply the h. All right. So guys, what is the function of g? That's why I want you to put it down in the beginning. Okay, function g is what? X squared plus y. Okay, and then what you are going to plug in is x0, x equals to 0 and y equals to 1. So what you got for the function is what? 0 squared plus 1, which give you 1. You got it. And then multiply the h 0.2. Okay, guys, ask question. We cool, guys? Okay, guys, again, let me just show you clearly what's going on. Okay, the function g is what? G of x, y based on the function is what? Based on the question is what? X squared plus y. All right, and then what we're looking for here is the function g at x0, y0. x0 is 0, y0 is 1. So what you're gonna do is plug in x equals 0, y equals 1. No big deal, right? It's just about plug into a function with two variables. Okay, and this give you 0 squared plus 1. Okay, and this give you 1 times 0.2 is 0.2, so 1 plus 0.2 is what? 1.2. That's the first step. Okay, and then you're just doing these 3 more steps. You're done. That's it. Okay. All right. Let's see what's going on with the second step. The second step, guys. Okay. The second step. First, again, let's work on the formula. Okay. x2 equals to x1 plus h, and you need to tell me what is y2. y2 equals to what? y1 exactly plus the function g evaluate on what?
x1, y1.
Exactly, on x1, y1, and then multiply the h. That's it. Okay, and then you do the calculation. So x1 is 0.2 plus h is 0.2, so together give you 0.4. Okay, and then you're gonna plug in the y1 and x1, y1 into the function g, and then multiply by h. So y1 equals to, where is y1, guys? It's the result over there. It's 1.2. Okay, so 1.2 plus this time, what is the function g? Is g always be the same? It's always be what? X squared plus 1. All right. So x squared, so x1 squared, x1 is 0.2, so 0.2 squared, and then plus y1 is what, guys? y1 is your, again, 1.2, okay, so plus 1.2, and then you multiply the length of the stack, 0.2, okay? Any questions? Go. All right, then let's calculate it, okay? 1.2 plus what? 0.2 squared is 0.04, right? 0.04 plus 1.2 is 1.24. 1.24 multiplied 0.2 is what? 0.248. Okay? All right, and then 1.2 plus that give you 1.448. And that's the second step, all right? And then guys, I need you to tell me what exactly we are going to do on the next step, okay? What are you going to do now?
X3.
Exact, x3 equals to?
X squared. Or x2 plus
x2 plus h. And guys, another thing, I checked some of your work on the exam. F of x, f sub x, they are not the same thing, okay? This is function, this is the what? The partial derivative, okay? A lot of you confusing with that, okay? And guys, and also don't remember the pattern. Don't just try to memorize whatever wrote on the solution. Of course, it's not going to be exactly the same question. It's going to be changing number, okay? For the Cobb-Douglas production function, you guys always memorize is something blah 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 minus lambda, something blah blah minus lambda. It's not always lambda. It depends on what is your function g, okay? So you need to know, or you need to at least listen to my lecture somehow. Don't only copy the notes or just take pictures, okay? Otherwise you won't learn, okay? I mean, like, here's the thing, guys. I know some of you maybe maybe second time taking this class, maybe third time, okay? I know like it's probably hard, but I mean, like, you know, when I was an undergraduate student, I really have trouble with like geology, history, or like politics. What the hell am I going to, why I need those class? I'm a math major, okay? But I need those class to graduate. Same thing for you, okay? I know you don't care about this class, you don't give up, but you need to pass the class to proceed your education. Am I right? That's the only reason, okay? And guys, you are grow up. You are not 5 years old kids, all right? You need to know, like, nothing on the world is for free, okay? You need to pay some work, okay? And I would say, guys, in this class, you may need to pay like 1%, maybe like a little bit more than that, maybe like 20% of the work, and then you can get like a pretty good result, okay? And like, don't say that you spent like the whole weekend. I spent the whole, like, I studied the whole night. It's not gonna work. I mean, like, what the point if you only studied like the day before exam for the whole night? There's no point. Okay? You are going to screw up yourself. It's gradually. Okay? I mean, like, you need to do this stuff like every day after lecture. Okay? It's not like only study before the exam. Okay? If you are super smart, you may probably get away with that in certain 5, but I mean, this is certain 6. It's a totally different story, okay? And I guarantee you, you are going to have some other class like this that you need to spend some time, like not only before exam. It's gonna be spent some time every day, okay? And guys, let us say like you spend like a whole weekend and plus the night, like 48 hours times 2, like 86 hours just before exam. It just gives you nothing. It gives you headache. It makes you like exhausted. You don't even fully functional when you take the exam. Okay? Why don't you just spend 1 hour every day? Okay? It's just like what, guys? It's like doing exercise. Are you going to do exercise all during the weekend and 24 hours? No, you're doing exercise 1 hour every day. It's the same reason. You with me, guys? Okay, guys. Anyway, guys, like I tried my best, okay, and then you need to add. I mean, like we are like I'm here, you are there, and I already walked like a 99 step. You just need to walk 1 step, then we can meet each other. Okay, you just need to take that 1 step. Okay, guys, let's keep going. All right, so again, guys, you tell me what's going on now. X3 equals to previous x2 plus h, and y3 equals to what?
y2.
y2 plus the function g evaluated at x2, y2, and then multiply by h. Okay, all right, so let's do the calculation. x2 is 0.4, and then plus h is 0.2, so this gives you 0.6. Okay, and then y2 is what, guys? y2 is
1.44.
exactly, guys, 1.448. This is like a how to say, recurrent. I have no idea how to say that. Okay, I mean like I know how to say that in Chinese, but I mean this is like what you each step you use the information you got from the previous step. Okay, so where you find x2, y2, you find it from the previous step. That's it. Okay, y2 is 1.448, and then plus function g, guys. Again, what is your function g? You just look at the beginning. G is what? X squared plus 1. All right, and then you need to plug in x2 and y2. x2 is 0.4, so 0.4 squared, then plus what? y2 is 1.448. Okay, and then multiply the step x. Okay, all right, so let's do the calculation. 0.4 squared is 0.16, and then plus 1.448. This gives you 1.608, and then multiply 0.2 give you 0.3216. You can use your calculator. All right, and then this gives you 1.448 plus 0.3216 together give you holy 9 and then 6, 7, 1, okay, 1.7696. Okay, is that right? I think so. Okay, I never make that kind of mistake. Right? At least, guys, I know like if you solve equation 2y equals 10, what's the solution for y? 5, right? If you have y equals 2, guys, what can I do? How can I help you? Everything, guys? Okay, you need to be careful and patient, all right? And guys, that's it for this. I mean, like, I just changed my mind. I think 0.8 is too much. Let's just approximate in 2.6. Do you need to see another step? Not really. It's just like doing the same thing again, okay? And that's it, guys. And I promise you that on the exam or quiz, if you have all this method, I won't let you do more than 4 steps. Okay, the maximum steps I need to do is 4 steps. Okay, so now let's do new stuff. Okay, and this again, this is what I did on Tuesday. If you are not here, you need to make sure you know what's going on. All right, and then yeah, it's continuous deposit, continuous withdrawal. They are the application of linear first order differential equation. Okay, and this is the Euler's method, which is the approximation of a differential equation because we have no general way to solve an arbitrary differential equation. Okay, and after that, guys, you can take a break right now, okay? We are going to do something very, very different. It's nothing to do with derivative, nothing to do with integral, nothing to do with differential equation. It's about like something you learn when you were in elementary school, okay? It's like now you can really what? You can really find the pattern, okay? Find the pattern, okay? Do you have that kind of question? Find the pattern, like find the. Do you have that kind of question in elementary school? Guys, I'm going to show you what I mean. Okay. All right. 1, 3, 5, 7. What's the next number? 9, right? You know that, right? I mean, like, how do you call this kind of question? Find the pattern. Like something like that.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay. All right, guys. Like 2, 4, 6, 8. What's the next number? 10. Okay. Cool. Okay. And then, guys. And let me give you a hot one, okay? 1, 2, 5, 26. What's the next number? This is a tricky one, yeah. What is going on, guys? What was that?
53? Yeah.
Each time you multiply 3,
No, 53?
I think it's
Square plus 1.
square plus 1.
Yes.
time, oh yeah, and you're right, you're right. You times 2 and then what? You times what?
You times it by itself.
Exactly,
Yeah,
yes,
53.
square plus 1, square plus 1. You like it, guys? I don't like it. Okay? Anyway, guys, I just made an arbitrary one. I mean, like, this is the flavor that you are going to have. I do the rest of today's class. You cool with that, guys? And guys, we are not really like doing this arbitrary. And what do we call this? Is a sequence. All right. And any number, we are going to call it a term or a element of the sequence. And the first one we call it the first term, second term, third term, fourth term, and fifth term. Okay. And this is called the sequence. But what we really care about is a geometric sequence. So let me show you. Maybe like first, let me define in general what is a sequence. Okay. So the terminology that I just talked about. Okay. One. So what do we care about them? And guys, these what is going on here is each time you add 2, right? And here is also each time you add 2. What kind of sequence we call it? It's a name for it. Yeah, that word. Okay, arithmetic sequence. Okay, that's what we call it. Okay, and but what we are going to do today is called the geometric sequence. All right. So today is going to be 12.1 geometric sequence. Geometric sequence. So guys, for example, okay, so 2, 4, 8, 16, what's the next number?
32.
32, right? And what's the next number? So what's going on in this sequence, guys? Each time what? You multiply 2 to obtain the next term. Am I right? And guys, so in short, what's the geometric sequence? This is the geometric sequence. So what? It's like what? Each time you multiply the same number to get the next number is the geometric sequence, all right? But I mean, like guys, in general, what's the sequence? For just some terminology, okay? So each number, so this such thing like this, okay, is called a sequence. Okay, and each number is called an element or a term. Okay, and then A1 usually denote the first term, or we say the first element. Okay, and also we denote the first term as just A sometimes. Okay, and A1, A2, A3, A4, blah 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 blah, AN. This is the standard way to present a geometric sequence. Okay, I mean sequence, not just geometry. It's any sequence. It's the standard way. It's the standard form of a sequence. Okay, and where the AN here. Okay, and it might have more terms after AN. Okay, where AN is called the general or the nth term. Okay, where AN is called the general or the nth term. Okay, alright guys, I'm just having a question right here. Okay, so guys, do you have a formula to present the general term of this particular sequence? Can you give me a formula? Okay, so let's say like the first term is 2, second term is 4, and third term is 8, fourth term is 16. Can you give me a formula to represent the general term? I mean, for arbitrary term, for an arbitrary term in this particular sequence. Do you have a way to do that? So what is it? You can kind of see the first term is what? 2 to the what? 2 to the what, guys? Somebody say 2 to the.
2.
Is 2 to the what? 2 to the
1.
2 to the 1. 2 is 2 to the 1. Am I right? And then 4 is 2 to the 2. Okay? And 8 is 2 to the cube. And 16 is 2 to the 4th. Okay? So if we want to represent this geometric sequence, the general term an should be what? 2 to the power of n. That's what we mean by a formula for the general term. You with me, guys? So in the first term, n equals to 1. The second term, n equals to 2. Third term, n equals to 3. So if you want to have a formula for this geometric sequence, I mean, like for example, if I want you to find out what is the 10th term, what are you gonna do? You plug in 2 to the what? 2 to the 10. That's it. That's what I mean. Okay. So guys, what we need to find out first is how do we present a general term in this geometric sequence? Okay. So guys, this is in general true for all sequence. Now let me like officially define what is a geometric sequence. Guys, let's just play another game. Okay. 2, 5, 16. 0.3 pi e. What's the next number? Shit, yeah. What's the next number? Yeah, that's a good try, guys. You know what, guys? I have no idea what's the next number, okay? Not every sequence has a pattern. Alright? So this we still call a sequence. You with me, guys? So what? These are the terminology for any kind of sequence. A sequence does not has to have a pattern, okay? I mean, like my name is Chang Song Li, so you may ask why you are Chang Song Li. I mean, I have no idea, okay? my parents don't even have idea. So I mean, not every sequence has a pattern. But what I'm saying is that these are true. Like these are the terminology for every sequence, not only for geometry. Now I'm going to define what's a geometry sequence, okay? This is a geometry sequence, okay? All right. So what is really a geometric sequence? So here is the definition, okay? So a sequence in which each term after the first term first is found by multiplying the preceding term by the same number. And if a sequence is formed by this way, then it is called geometry sequence. So this is the official definition of what is a geometric sequence. Okay, and then the ratio of any two consecutive terms is a constant. Okay, of course, the second term divided by the first term should equal to the third term divided by the second term, and should equal to the first term divided by the third term. So any two adjacent terms, the ratio of any two terms like that is a constant, and it equals to, let's denote the constant as r. Okay, and r equals to an plus 1 over an. The next term divided by the first term. This is a constant, and then the r is called the common ratio. Okay. Common ratio. It is called the common ratio. Alright, guys. So just based on this terminology, common ratio, I want to give you a question. Okay. So for example, find the r in the following geometric sequence. Guys, let's use G as to present geometric sequence. Okay, so the geometric sequence is the following: 3, -6, 12, negative 24, and then 48, guys. Okay. So what is the common ratio R in this particular geometric sequence? What is it? What is it? What's the common ratio? Common ratio is using the next term to divide by the previous term. And guys, if I tell you it's a geometric sequence, it's gonna be a geometric sequence. I'm not gonna fool you, alright? If I, okay, I mean like only if I didn't say anything, it may not be a geometric sequence. But guys, trust me, okay, here all the exercise is gonna be based on geometric sequence. All the sequence you are gonna see is gonna be geometric sequence, okay? So guys, what is the common ratio? I just want you to get familiar with the terminology. What is the R in this sequence? That's it, guys. How to find R, guys? You can find R using any term divided by the previous one. Okay, you can use what? You can use negative 6 to divide by 3. This gives you what? Negative 2, right? And you can use the third term, for example, what? 12 divided by negative 6, which is the second term. This gives you negative 2. Or if like, you can use this guy, negative 24 to divide by the previous term. This again gives you negative 2. So what? The negative 2 is the common ratio. That's it. Everything, guys? I just want you to get familiar with the common ratio. Okay, R is denoting common ratio, and which is the ratio of the next term with the previous term. Okay, cool, guys? So guys, what's the common ratio in this sequence? What's the R in this sequence? 2. That's it. Okay, you can use any one to divide by the previous one. Okay, and what's the common ratio in this sequence? Plus 2. Ratio has nothing to do with plus, guys. So what? Guys, you should say there's no common ratio in this sequence because it's not a geometry sequence. Everything, guys? So guys, you see these two sequences are so similar. Like this is like what? All the odd numbers, and these are all even numbers. But guys, these two are both arithmetic sequence. Namely, you can add 2 each time. Okay? But yeah, I think I said something wrong. Okay, anyway, guys. Is there a common ratio for this sequence? No, also no. Okay, this is not a geometric sequence. Okay, guys, again, common ratio, the R is only making sense if you have a geometric sequence. Okay, cool, guys? Okay, guys. And then the next topic is how to find the general term. Okay, all right, guys. So, this is probably the most important topic so far, by the way. Okay? So the general term. How to find the general term, and guys, how to denote the general term is A sub index n. Okay. So if we have a geometric sequence has first term A and the common ratio R, then you have the general term. Formula is A sub index n equals to the first term A times the common ratio R to the power of n minus 1. Okay? Guys, let me verify if the formula is correct. Okay, guys. For example, the first geometric sequence we did is what? 2, 4, what was that? 8, 16, and then 32, right? And then 64. Okay. So guys, is this guys? Stay with me. Okay, it's not hard concept. All right. So this is a geometric sequence. Am I right? Why it is geometric sequence? Because like each time you obtain the next number from the previous number, what multiply the same thing. Okay. So guys, I want to ask you the following things. Okay. What is the first term? A. The first term of this geometric sequence what? 2, right? And then what is the common ratio R? R of this geometric sequence what? 2, right? So what based on this formula for the general term, we should have A sub n equals what? The first term times the common ratio R to the power of n minus 1. And then you substitute A by 2, and then you substitute R by 2. So 2 times 2 to the n minus 1, this gives you 2 to the power of this is 2 to the 1 times 2 to the n minus 1. This together give you 2 to the power of n. And this is exactly the formula that we found in the beginning. That is an equals to 2 to the n. Okay, so what is going on here is I give you a way to find the general term in any arbitrary geometric sequence. Okay, and guys, let's work on that sequence over there. Okay, 3, -6, 12, and blah 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 blah. Okay. So guys, another example. Okay, so guys, let's see that geometric sequence, which is 3, -6, and then what? 12, -24. Okay, and then what else? 48. Okay, and then guys, you can keep going. And guys, if you want to denote this sequence, you can call the first one as A or A1. Okay, and usually more normal, like we use A to represent the first term, and then this is the second term, A sub 2. This is A sub 3, A sub 4, A sub 5. Okay, and then if let's assume this sequence is like keep going like a long geometry sequence, then how are you going to figure out, for example, what is A sub 20? Okay, if you just multiply the common ratio like a term by term get to A20, it's not realistic. You see what I'm saying, guys? So that's why we need a formula for that. Okay, all right, guys, let's see how to use the formula. So in order to use the formula, what information you need? You need the first term A. You need the what? Common ratio R. You with me, guys? So first term is easy. The first guy here is the first term. A equals to 3 in this example, right? And then guys, again, what's the common ratio? We just did that earlier. Okay, common ratio R equals what? Negative, right? You can use, again, you can use -6/3. This give you -2. Be cool, guys? And then you can plug it into the general formula, namely what? A sub n equals to the A times R to the n minus 1, right? And then you substitute A by 3, and then you substitute R by -2. So guys, that's it. This is the formula you should have, okay? And guys, now I want to check if this formula makes sense at all, all right? So I'm using this general formula for this particular sequence to find out what is A1, A2, A3, A4, and I want to see if it matches with the true sequence. A1 in this case equals what? 3 times what? -2 to the power of what? 1 minus 1 give you 0, right? And then any number to 0 give you a number to the power of 0 equals to 1, right? And 1 times 3 equals 3. And this match with the original sequence. You with me, guys? You know what I'm doing, right? And guys, let me just find some arbitrary term. For example, what the hell is A5? Okay? A5, based on my general formula, it equals to what? 3 times -2 to the power of what? 5 minus 1 give you 4, right? And the -2 to the 4th equals to -24. -2 to the 4th equals to, guys, you can just do this. -2 times -2 times -2 times -2. Guys, doing that will not help you, okay? I mean, like, and there's no answer about your height, okay? All right, and then guys, you can do this. 4 together give you what? 16. Okay, just that easy, guys. Don't overthink, okay? Guys, this should be like a you should not even blink to give me an answer like that. Like what is -2 to the 4th? Okay, and guys, what is 2 to the 6th? 64. Okay. You see, you are thinking. All right. You shouldn't even think 2 to the 6th is 64. Okay. All right. Anyway, guys. I mean, like anyway. And then what is going on? 3 times what? 2 to the -2 to the 4th again is what? 16. And 3 times 16 give you what? 48. And guys, and can you check if A5 is really 48? Is it? Yes. And then guys, what if I really want you to find A20? Then you just do this. A sub 20 equals to 3 times what? -2 to the power of what? 19. Okay? And then what are you going to do now? This is a very technical question, guys. What do you do now? You do nothing. All right? You leave the answer like that. Okay, guys? This is an easier thing for you guys. What's going on is, if I want you to find A1, A5, even A7, A8, you can find the number like that. if I ask you something like a sub 20, I was really ask you to give me the formula. I don't really need you to plug this 92 to 19 to the calculator. You see what I'm saying, guys? Namely what? If the index is more than 2 digits, start from 10, okay, 10, 11, 12, 13. If it's more than 2 digits, you don't plug it into a calculator, all right? Only you need to calculate this kind of A1, A5, A7. You with me, guys? That's it, okay? And also, not only for this, okay, later on we still have this kind of sub-index. Anything with sub-index is less than 10, for say like less than the 2 digits, you should calculate the final answer, otherwise you don't, okay? All right, so these, guys, are you okay with the general term now? And you know what are they doing, right? So guys, again, this is the formula A times R to the power of n minus 1, and A is the first term, R is the common ratio, okay? So, talking about the geometric sequence, we have another thing that we care. Not only the general term, okay? We care what is the sum of the first n terms, okay? So let me define this first n sum. Guys, are you still with me? It's not hard, right? Like I said, nothing with derivative, nothing with integral, and also like no like substitution, integrated parts, and double integral. No, nothing about that. It's like totally new stuff. Okay, but later on I'm going to show you why we even do this. Okay, it has a reason. Okay, all right, I'm going to show you next time. Okay, so guys, let me now define this new concept, which is what? The sum of the first n terms. Okay. Of a geometry sequence, guys, again, I use G as to represent geometry sequence. It's 2 minor letters, okay? Sum of the first n terms of a geometry sequence, okay? If a geometric sequence has the first term A and common ratio R, okay, then the sum of the first n terms denoted by capital S sub index n is given by the following, guys, okay? Again, the notation for first n sum denoted by capital S sub index n, which equals what, guys? For geometric sequence, what does it mean by first n sum of the first n term? It means what? The first term plus the second term plus the third term, and then plus blah 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 blah, and then until the what? A sub n. So this is what we're really looking for. You with me, guys? That's the sum of the first n terms. Okay, and guys, you have another notation, and you are going to use that later very frequently, okay? Another notation for this kind of sum is this sign. Do you know this sign, guys? Have you seen that before? Mm-hmm. It's called summation sign, okay? And the letter is called sigma, okay? So summation I from 1 to n, ai. So this is another way to represent this sum, guys. Let me introduce what this summation sign means, okay? This means what? You are doing the sum of the following terms. And what are the following terms? You are going to substitute I by 1, and that's going to be a1, okay? And then plus I equals to 2, and then plus I equals to 3. Substitute in here, okay? So this is nothing but what? If you substitute I equals 1, this is the general formula for the summation. You have what? A sub 1. And then plus you substitute I equals to 2, which is A sub 2. And then plus you substitute I equals 3, A sub 3. Okay, and then plus blah 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 until I runs to n. The last term is A sub n. Okay, that's what does it mean for the summation, guys. Let me just give you another example. Okay, what if I give you summation I equals to 2 to 5 of b to the power of n. Okay, let me just give you a particular number. Okay, I mean you really prefer to work on number. Okay, let's say 3 to the n. What does this mean, guys? I'm just want to see if you know this summation sign already. Okay, so guys, what you're gonna do? You're gonna start with what? I equals to 2. That's your starting point. Okay, and then where do you plug in 2? You plug in 2 into the answer. That should be I. Okay, you should plug I equals 2 into what? Into this power. So the first term is what? 3 to the 2. All right, and then plus what is the next index? I equals what? I equals to 3. Okay, and they have 3 to the 3, and then plus what's the next index after 3? I equals to 4. Okay, it's always just increased by 1, guys. It's just integers. Okay, increased by 1, so you have next index 4. So 3 to the 4, and then the next index after 4 is what? 5. Okay, so 3 to the 5. Do we need to do it again? Do we need to do like further? No, we stop at what? I equals to 5. Okay, that's what the summation sign means. We cool with that, guys? Okay. All right, and then guys, if I equals 5 and then until 10, you just tell me how many terms you need to do the summation. You start with 5 and then you stop at 10. So how many terms you do the summation? 5, how you get that? 10 minus 5, right? Guys, that's what I'm saying. You are so naive. Okay? Guys, just do the counting, guys. Of course, 10 minus 5 equals 5. You are right, but guys, let's do counting. Okay, you have 10 figures, right? 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right. Why I have another figure? Okay. Why I have another finger? Okay, guys, what's going on, guys? You can just count from 1 to 5. How many numbers from 1 to 5? 5, right? If you do 5 subtract 1, it doesn't give you 5. So what? If you do this subtraction, you what? You get rid of the initial number. You see what I'm saying? So if you want get how many terms there, what are you gonna do? 5 minus 1, then plus 1. Each time you plus 1. Okay. If you want to see how many terms here, what? 10 minus 5 plus 1. Okay. And if I say like how many terms is there, guys, this may be like more appropriate question. Okay. From 100 to 101. How many numbers is there? Of course, there are 2, right? 100, 101. But if you do the subtraction, it gives you what? 101 minus 100 give you just 1. So what? Each time, because you what? You get rid of this term itself. All right. So what are you gonna do? You plus 1. Okay. That's just like a very tricky one. Okay. All right. That's not the point that we want to test you. Okay. And then what we want to test you is this. Anyway, guys. I'm sorry, I saw that smile. Okay. All right. So guys, that is just for explaining what's going on with the summation sign. Okay, let me just write it better. Okay, I equals 1, which what? From the first term until the nth term. Okay, and a sub n. And then guys, the formula is what really important. Okay, this I sub n equals to what? A times r to the n minus 1 over r minus 1. Okay, this is probably the second formula that we need to do today. Okay, and guys, now I can give you some conclusion for the whole class today. Only 2 formulas. I always say only 2 new formulas that you need is what? One is the general term a sub n, which is there. Okay, another formula is this I sub n, the first n sub of a geometry sequence. Okay, which is a times r to the n minus 1 and then over r minus 1. Guys, another thing is like pay attention here. This is r to the n and then what? Subtract 1. The subtract 1 is not on the power. All right? But for the geometric sequence, this subtract 1 is on the power. Okay? And guys, now, very, very interesting is I'm going to show you how the formula comes. And it's really, really fun. You with me, guys? It's really fun. Okay? I'll be honest, it has nothing to do with calculus. Okay? All right, let's do it. So guys, now what I want to do is I'm going to derive that formula, the first n sum. You with me, guys? Okay. Alright guys, by definition guys, what is I sub n? Is what? A plus, that's the first term, okay? Plus the second term, plus the third term, plus the fourth term, plus blah 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 blah, blah plus what? What's the last term that we need to plus? A sub what? A sub n. You with me guys? The last term is A sub n, and then what's the previous term? A sub what? N minus 1. Are you with me guys? You know what I'm doing, right? So this is the, I mean, that's the only thing I know. That's just the definition of the first n sub. Are you with me guys? So far so good? And then guys, let me see. Okay, here's the magic. Very, very interesting. What I'm gonna do now is I'm going to multiply R, the common ratio, on both sides of the equation. Okay, and let's see what we're gonna get. Guys, so far so good. Are you with me on this? This is nothing but the definition of the first n sum. Okay, taking the summation of the first term until the nth term. Okay, and what I'm gonna do now is I multiply the R on both sides. So what's going on is I multiply R on the left-hand side. I have R times I sub n. No problem, right? And if I times R on the right-hand side, I need to times R on every single term. Am I right? So it's gonna be what? A times R, then plus A2 times R, then plus A3 times R, then plus A4 times R, plus blah 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 until what? A sub n minus 1 times R, and then plus the last term A n times R. Am I right? It's about like what? Well, I multiply a number on both sides of the equation. Okay, but right hand side is like a big term, and then if you multiply something, you need to distribute this multiplication. So you multiply R on every single term. So are the good? We cool, guys? And guys, now let's see what are really these things. The first term times common ratio give you what? Guys, the first term times the common ratio in a geometric sequence, guys, what does it really give you?
Self.
No, it cannot give you itself. Okay? Guys, I really need you to think about this, okay? If I have the first term times the common ratio, what does that give me? The second term. Are you with me? It's just the definition of geometry sequence. Are you with me? So A times the first term times R give you the second term, and then the second term times R give me what? Third term. We cool, guys? Easy peasy, right? And then A3, and then the A3, the third term times the R give you what? The next term, which is A sub 4. Are you with me, guys? And then A sub 4 times R give you A sub 5. All right, and then plus blah until, and then A the n minus 1th term times R should give you what? A sub n. Okay, and then plus this A n then times R give you what? A sub what? N plus 1. You still with me, guys?
So is it like a derivative of that?
No, it's not in the derivative. No. Guys, okay, do you know what's going on here? Okay, 2, 4, 8, 16, okay? And the common ratio R is what? 2. And if I use the first term times the common ratio 2, it gives me what? The second term. That's all I'm saying. That is all I'm saying. Are you with me? And then, of course, the third term times the common ratio give me the next index term. No big deal, right? And then, guys, now here's the magic. What I'm going to do is I'm going to call this my second equation, and this is my first equation. Okay, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my second equation to subtract my first equation. Are you still with me, guys? This is super freaking fun. Okay, now I'm going to use my second equation to subtract my first equation. So what I'm going to obtain is what? So guys, this is still R times I sub n. Okay, second equation subtract the first equation. Left hand side is nothing but what? R times I sub n minus I sub n. Okay, and if I'm using the second equation to subtract the first equation, what is going to be on the right hand side is what, guys? You have a lot of cancellation. A2 will cancel the A2. Am I right? And A3 will cancel A3. A4 will cancel A4. It's like cancel in this diagonal line, not the straight line. Okay, and then A5 is cancel the next term, And then what? The previous one is gonna be a n sub n minus 1. This term will cancel with a n minus 1. And then the a n will cancel with the a n. And what you left is this only the n plus 1 term and the first term. So what you're gonna have on the right hand side is what? A to the power of a sub index n plus 1 minus the a. Okay? And then guys, what you're looking for is I sub n. So what you can do on the left hand side is what? You can take the I sub n out, and then what you're gonna left is r minus 1. And then on the right hand side, guys, what is a sub n plus 1? Based on the formula for the common term, a sub n plus 1 is what, guys? A times, are you still with me? A times the common ratio r to the power of the index minus 1. N plus 1 minus 1 give you what? Guys, a sub n equals to what? A times r to the n minus 1. Am I right? So a sub n plus 1 is what? A to the power of r times what? N replaced by n plus 1. And n plus 1 subtract 1 give you n. That's it, right? So what we're gonna get is a times r to the power of n, and then subtract a. Okay? And then what we can do on the right hand side is we can pull out a, so which give me a times r to the n minus what? Minus 1. And then guys, divide by the coefficient r minus 1, you are going to obtain what? I sub n equals to a times r to the n minus 1 to the power of, then divided by r minus 1. And this is the formula that we have. Okay? Is that cool? You don't think so, right? Alright guys, I don't know guys, I mean like for me this is more interesting than just do the exercise. And then guys, this provide you, actually guys, you can do it by yourself. It's not hard at all, alright? It's just work on some letters. And guys, what I'm saying is, what if you forget the formula of the first n sum? You can derive it yourself. That's what I'm saying, okay? That is what I might say. And also, that's true like for this class. I mean, if you don't want to learn, if you're not interested, if you want to memorize all formulas, I'm sorry, that's a lot, okay? And sometimes it's impossible you memorize all the formulas. But you learn, if you're still with me, if you learn a little bit, you don't really have to memorize the formula, okay? And you don't have to memorize anything actually. You understand, you know, you don't need to pay the actual word of memorizing all the stuff. Are you with me, guys? Okay. So guys, is there any question here? Very simple. I just use the definition to represent what is I sub n, and then I multiply r. Okay. Why I do that? Because you see, like from this step to that step, I'm going to have a lot of repeating terms. And then I do a subtraction, I cancel a lot of terms, and this is what I got for you doing the subtraction, okay? And then what I'm looking for is, I know all about a, but I don't know anything about I sub n. So what I want to do is, I'm going to solve this I sub n. And then what are you going to do? Single this term out, and then move everything to the right hand side. That's all I did, okay? And then you have I sub n equals to this formula. That's how you get the formula for the first n sum from the formula of the general term a sub n. Okay, that's the formula. Very cool, guys? Not so cool, okay? Alright, guys, I give up, alright? So guys, I mean like if you still don't like it, okay, just memorize that if you like, okay? You can memorize that, you don't have to understand. Again, and also, I'm not gonna ask you to prove that, alright? As long as you can memorize that, you are also fine, okay? Alright guys, now let me show you how to use this formula, okay? So, let's do a couple of questions, okay? So guys, I'm planning to do what, guys? In this geometric sequence, we have kind of like, I conclude them into 3 types of questions, okay? I'm going to do some exercise in each type, and then we're done today, okay? So, only thing you need to know is what? The 2 formulas, a sub n and I sub n, okay? And guys, I can give you another like heads up as well, guys. For both of these 2 formulas, okay? You don't need anything else. You just need 2 things. One is what? The first term, and then the other is the common ratio. Okay, so for any geometric sequence, as long as you know the first term A and the common ratio R, you know everything about it. Okay, if you have A, you have R, you can find the general term, and if you have A, you have R, you can find the first and so on. So as long as you've got a geometric sequence, what do you want to do? You find the first term, you find the common ratio R, and then plug into the formula. That's the standard, that's the kind of universal way to solve a geometric sequence question. Okay, so but I mean, sometimes the question may seem weird. Okay, so guys, let's see the first type. Is the type 1 question are very straightforward. Okay, type 1 question. Let's see the first. Okay, find the A and R, A sub n and A sub 6. A sub 6. I sub n and I sub 15 of the following geometric sequence. Okay. Of the following geometric sequence. The first one I want to do is, let me see, 3, 5, 25 over 3, 125 over 9, okay? And then keep going. Alright, so guys, let's do the exercise. Okay. Alright, so what the question asking you to do is find the first term A, find the common ratio R, and then find the general term A sub n, and also the particular, what is A sub 6, and I sub n and I sub 15. Okay, so guys, let's answer the question one by one. First, let's find out what is the first term. A equals to 3. That's it, guys. Don't overthink it. A just means the first term. You just look for the first term. That is 3. Okay, and then R is what? R. What do we call the R, guys? What do we call it? Common ratio, exactly. Okay, common ratio. Okay, so R equals to what? Does anyone know her? R equals to 5 over 3, guys. Okay, don't doubt that. Okay, don't doubt that, guys. If you doubt, you can check. If you use third term to divide by second term, you have the same thing. 25 over 3, then over 5, give you 5 over 3. Okay, so nobody tells you common ratio has to be an integer. All right, nobody tells you common ratio can only be no fraction. It can be anything. Okay, if I like, I can put some irrational number. Okay, for example, like pi, pi squared, pi cube. Okay, so it doesn't matter. Okay, but I mean like you don't care about that too much. And guys, I'm not going to fool you here. If I say it's a geometry sequence, you just trust me it's a geometry sequence. Okay, so you just use the easiest way, use the second term to divide the first term. Okay, and 5 over 3 is your common ratio. Okay, and then let's see what's the A sub n, guys. A sub n by formula, it is what, guys? A, the first term, times the common ratio R to the power of n minus 1. Exactly, okay? And then what are you going to do now? Particular for the question, you just substitute A by. Okay, dude? You need some coffee now. Alright, so you're going to substitute A equals to 3. And then you're going to substitute R equals to 5 over 3. Okay? And then guess what, guys? That's it. That's what we mean find the A sub n. Are we cool with that, guys? A sub n. Okay? And then guys, next one. Okay, what is the next question? Find particularly what is A sub 6. Okay, so guys, what is A sub 6? A sub 6 equals to what? What are you gonna do? You just plug in 6 into the formula you just found. You with me, guys? So you have A sub 6 equals to 3 times what? 5 over 3 to the power of 5, right? 6 minus 1, which is 5, okay? And then what you're gonna get is here, 3 times what? Okay, 5, 25, and then I think 625 times 5 is 3125, okay? 3125. Okay, and then 3 to the 5th is what? 81 times 3 is 243. Okay, and guys, of course, this guy and that guy can cancel 3. So 81 on the denominator, 3125 on the top is your final answer. Okay, and guys, why we need to do plug-in? Because this sub-index 6 is not big. Okay, it's less than 2 digits. Are we cool with that, guys? It's just this, how I got that? 5 to the 5th. Okay, did I do it right? I think so. I am right? Okay, guys, trust me, okay? If you don't like that, do the coding yourself, okay? And that's A6. And then what's the next question? I sub n, right? Guys, I sub n by formula, it equals to the first term, A times what? What's the formula again, guys? R to the n minus 1 this way, right? And then over what?
R minus 1.
Exactly, okay? And guys, here I want to really show you something. Here is what you need to simplify as much as you can for this form. Okay, let me see what I mean. Okay, let me show you what I mean. A is the first term, which is 3, okay? Then times R is the 5 over 3 that we found earlier, okay? And then to the n minus 1, and then over what? R minus 1. Again, R is 5 over 3, and then minus 1, okay? Guys, now let me show you what I mean. You are not going to leave this as your answer for I sub n. What are you going to do? You need to simplify. First of all, 5 over 3 minus 1 give you what? Come on, guys. 5 over 3 minus 1 equals what? 2 over 3, right? And if you divide by a fraction, it's the same thing with what? Multiply the reciprocal. So you can multiply this on the top. So it becomes what? 3 over 2 times 3, then times what? 5 over 3 to the power of n minus 1. And then this simplify further, give you what? 9 over 2, and then times what? 5 over 3 to the power of n minus 1. And that's what we mean by the final answer of I sub n. Okay, so what I'm saying is you need to simplify as much as you can. Okay, and then last question for this particular question is what? You need to find out what is S of 15. Okay, and then what you're going to do? You replace the n here by 15 and you're done. Okay, so S sub 15 equals what? 9 over 2 times the what? 5 over 3 to the power of 15 minus 1, and that's your final answer. And again, here guys, because this power is too large, okay, 15, alright, you don't need to do the calculation. So that's it. We cool, guys? Let's do another exercise. Okay, let's do another exercise, guys. It's just again, guys. It's just about this formula A sub n and I sub n this formula. Okay, guys. Let's do the same question with respect to another sequence. Okay, so let's say we have the following. Let's say we have a following sequence. 2, negative 3, 9 over 2, negative 27 over 4. Okay, let's say we have the following sequence. Okay, so let's answer the same type of question. First question is, what's the first term A? 2. Okay, and what is the common ratio R? R equals what? Negative 3 over 2. That's it, guys. Okay, again, don't overthink. The second term over the first term, okay, which equals to negative 3 over 2. Okay, and guys, if you doubt yourself, what you can do? You use the third term, for example, 9 over 2 over the negative 3, and this equals to 9 over 2 times negative 1/3. Okay, and this gives you negative 3 over 2 still. Okay, so I'm not gonna fool you on that. You with me? And then this A, this R, and what's the next question? What is A sub n? What is A sub 6? Okay, so A sub n, guys, it equals to what? By formula, it equals to A times R to the power of n minus 1, right? And then you're going to plug in A equals to 2, plug in R equals to negative 3/2, okay? And then to the power of n minus 1. And that's what I mean by A sub n. That's it, okay? So actually, guys, here, nothing you can do to simplify. That's good enough already. Okay. Okay, and then you got find out what is a sub 6. Okay, a sub 6 equals to 2 times, what are you gonna do? You're gonna replace you're gonna plug in n equals to 6, right? And 6 minus 1 give you 6 minus 1 give you 5, alright? Come on guys. 5, okay? And then you do further calculation because this index is not big, okay? 2 times. Guys, first of all, a negative number to the power of 5 supposed to give you still a negative number. So the negative sign is there, okay? And then 3 to the 5th is, yeah, we already got that, okay? 243, okay? And then 2 to the 5th is 32, alright? Am I right? Yeah, 32, okay? And then you multiply it out, it gives you what? Negative 243 over 32 and 2 can cancel, give you a 16. So what? The sixth term is negative 243 over 16, and that's it. Okay, and then you're gonna answer the next question. A I sub n and I sub, what was that? I sub 15. Guys, is that too much today? Guys, today, all right. Oh man. Ah. What time is it, guys? It's not even 2. Okay? We still have another 55 minutes to go. If you already say it's too much, guys, I'm going to finish class like 1 or 2 minutes earlier. Is that okay? Guys, just this is not hard. I mean, like, guys, what do you really want? You want me to give you like 2 plus 3 on the test? I'm going to be fair. I'm going to be fair, all right? Okay, guys, you are less important than my job, okay? I mean, guys, I already make the test as like almost the same as the THQs. Guys, is there, guys, be honest, is there any surprise that's something you've never seen on the test? Only one that you can blame is yourself. You did bad because you didn't listen to me. You need to review every single question on the THQ. Again, guys, how I made the test. I check THQ, for example, this time is THQ 4, 5, 6. I run, and not randomly, okay? I choose like a 3 question from THQ 4, 3 question from THQ 5, 4 question from THQ 6, I think. And then I put them all in one file. I change number. I don't even change the wording. And you mess up because of you didn't do the review yourself correctly. Okay? It's all from the THQ. Alright? And guys, again, how I'm going to make the final, okay? Again, let me tell you what's going on, okay? I may probably pull 1 question out from your exam 1, okay? And then I'm going to pull maybe like 5 or to 6 questions from your THQ 2, exam 2. And then I'm going to make like 3 or 4 questions out of this THQ 7 and 8 that you are going to submit after the exam, okay? And then I change number, you get the final exam, okay? I mean, like, if I already do that, you still screw up, guys, you just ask yourself, who should you blame, okay? We go, and you need to seriously, you need to know like how you study, okay? And then, guys, I don't want to say it's like still not late, it's kind of late, okay? I mean, if you like screw up like big time on the first and second, both is a problem. But guys, I mean, like, for example, if you have like kind of an average, like say 50 on the first 2 midterms, you still have a big chance to pass if you do good on the final, okay? And the good is not in the sense you get 100 out of 100, okay? I'm saying maybe like a 80 or 70 on the final. And guys, you already done your weekly assignments, the THQ quiz and online homework. They will help you, of course. Okay, but I mean, like, if you never turned in any weekly homework and you didn't take the class seriously, I mean, you didn't do any digital homework, you didn't turn in any THQ, and you didn't do good on the quiz. Of course, like, if you, even though you get all 100 on 3 exams, you won't get 8. It's about your attitude. All right, you think it's a joke, you are going to be a joke. You see what I'm saying, guys? It's serious. It's not a joke here, all right? And it's guys, it's college, all right? More specific is university, okay, not even college, okay? So what? You are expecting some work, okay? I mean, like, yeah, maybe you are a genius, then you won't sit here, actually, okay? I mean, I said something bad, okay? I mean, like, of course, I'm not a genius, I'm still here, okay? So anyway, guys, what I'm saying, like, you just admit that you are not genius. You need to do some work. It's not something you just look at that, you know how to do it, okay? You are not that smart. You see what I'm saying? Now you see what I'm saying? You're gonna have to really do practice, do some work, then you actually know how to do it, okay? We cool, guys? All right, so, and guys, let's see what we have. Okay, where are we? Okay, A6, and then what? Sn and S15, okay? S sub n, guys, what's the formula? A times what? R to the n minus 1 and then over R minus 1, okay? So you have A is 2, R is negative 3/2, okay? Then to the power of n minus 1, then over the R, which is negative 3 over 2, then subtract 1, okay? And guys, you tell me what is negative 3/2 subtract 1? Negative 5/2. Am I right? Negative 5 over 2, okay? And then divided by that is same thing with multiply the reciprocal, which gives you negative 2 over 5, then times 2 times this whole bunch of things, guys. Again, guys, there's nothing you can do within the parentheses, okay? So just copy that, okay? And then this you can multiply it out. You have negative 4 over 5, then times this negative 3, that's you 3/2 to the n minus 1. And guys, that's your formula for I sub n, okay? And then next step, you want to find what is f sub 15. Okay, f sub 15 is what? You're going to replace n by 15 in the previous formula. And that's your final answer, okay? You cool, guys? And of course, this question is not gonna be on your exam because this is too easy. It's like straightforward, very straightforward. Okay, it's the same question. Ask you, do you know what's the formula for A sub n? Do you know what's the formula for I sub n? Okay, the second type a little bit juicier. Okay, the last type is the more juiciest. Okay, all right. So the second type. Let's see what's the second type of question we can do. Okay. Did I make some mistake? I did. Where's the mistake? Okay, okay. In this class, only I can test you, all right? Don't test me, all right? All right, let's see the second type, all right? Second type. Okay, guys. I mean, like, we're almost done, okay? Second type, I'm going to do, let's say, 2 questions. Third type, 2 questions. And then we're done, okay? Another 10 or 15 minutes, we're done. Okay, cool? And then, guys, again, be sure you know. If you mess up on the second end, be sure you know why you mess up, okay? All right, so let's see the second type. All right, so let's do, yeah, we have another bar. I don't want to do this anymore, all right? So let me start on the new bar, type 2. So guys, the type 2 question is like the following, okay? Evaluate this I from 1 to 10, 2 to the I over 3 to the I minus 1, okay? Yeah, that's the question, okay? Just that short, okay? So guys, what are you gonna do? So guys, do you know what this question really asks about? So this summation, as the definition we did earlier, this summation should give you what? The first n sum of a geometric sequence, okay? And guys, what's going on here is what? This guy here is the general formula for your, it's the general term for your geometric sequence, okay? And what this question asking is to find what? I sub what? I sub 10. I from 1 to 10. So it's asking you to find the what? The sum of the first 10 terms of this geometric sequence. The general term is given by this formula. With me, guys? So what is this asking you, guys? Again, guys, are you with me? this is really ask you to find what the hell is I sub 10, okay? That's what I'm asking you, okay? And then guys, what you should do, no matter what kind of question you have in the geometry sequence, you always want to find two items. What are them? The first term and the common ratio, okay guys? What is the first term? How are you going to find the first term? How are you going to find the first term? Very simple. You
One
just
into
need to
I.
substitute I equals to what? I equals to
1.
1 in this general form. That's it, guys. Don't overthink, okay? So what? A, which is the first term, also denoted by A1 if you like, okay? What you're going to do is going to be you plug in I equals 1 in this general formula for the summation, okay? So we have what? 2 to the 1 and then over 3 to the 1 minus 1, which is 0. So 2 to the 1 is 2 and then 3 to the 0 is 3 to 0 is 1, okay? And 2 over 1 give you 2, okay? And that's your, am I right? Of course I'm right, okay? Alright guys, that's the first term. Are you with me? Guys, what I'm going to ask you now is how are you going to find the common ratio? R equals to what? Guys, this is not a hard question, okay? You should be able to answer it. How are you going to find the common ratio R? Exactly. That's about being a good kid, do the calculation, okay? Some of you may think the R is 2 over 3. Yes, you are right in this question, but it's not always true. Don't, again guys, don't find the pattern. Don't take shortcut. Alright? Okay, so what? Again, the R is indeed in this question should be 2 over 3, but you don't do that. It's not always true, okay? And I can't tell you why it's not always true, okay? Next question we'll do the explanation, okay? Anyway guys, what you should do is do the normal calculation. What? You need to find out what is A2. Just like that, easy, okay? And then you use A2 divided by A1, which will give you the common ratio R. That's just like that, okay? So guys, what is A2? You're gonna substitute I by 2 in this general formula, which give you what? 2 to the power of 2 and over 3 to the power of what? 2 minus 1 give you 1. So 2 squared is 4, 3 to the 1 is 3. So that gives you A2. And then R is calculated from A2 over A, all right? A sub 2 is 4 over 3, and over A, which is 2. This gives you what? 4 over 3 times 1 over 2, which gives you what? 2 over 3. So this is the common ratio, guys. Again, this equals to that 2 over 3 is by coincidence, all right? And then guys, now you have the first term, which is A, which is 2. And then you have the common ratio R. And then guys, what are we looking for? S sub what? S sub 10, okay? So guys, S sub 10 equals to what? The general formula for S sub n is what, guys? A times what? R to the power of n, right? And in this case, the guys, let me just write down this again, okay? So it's A times R to the power of n minus 1 over R minus 1. That's the general formula, okay? And what you're looking for is n equals 10. So A times R to the power of 10 minus 1, and then over R minus 1. So then what are you going to do? Plug in, simplify. You're done, okay? So A first term is 2 times what? R, which is 2 over 3 to the power of 10 minus 1, and then over R again is 2 over 3 subtract 1, okay? Which equals to 2 over 3 minus 1 equals to guys, if you are trouble on that, I don't know what I'm going to do, okay? 2 over 3 minus 1, what is it?
Negative 1/3.
Negative 1/3. Good job, guys. Good job. You are excellent, okay? Negative 1/3 and then multiply the reciprocal, which is negative 3. So it gives you what? Negative 6 times what? 2 over 3 to the power of 10 minus 1. And guys, because this power is too big, you don't need to do calculation, and that's your final answer. Okay, cool, guys? Let's do another one. Okay, let's do another one. And then we are going to do another type question, please.
2 to the 1 over 3. How'd that come up?
Where?
8 to the 1.
8 to the 1 here.
Yeah.
This one, A sub 1, and then what? 2 to the 1
Yeah,
over 3 to the 0.
No.
Ah, 3 to the 0. Okay. Better? So 3 to 0 is 1. 2 over 1 is 2.
So
What I did do is I plug in I equals 1 in this formula. Okay? I equals 1 here give you 2 to the 1, and I equals 1 here is 1 minus 1 is 0, so 3 to 0. That's why I have 3 to 0. Okay? Yes, solve the question?
yeah.
Oh.
No worries with it.
You okay? Is there any other question, guys? Let's see another one. Okay, let's see another question like this. Okay, so. Okay, guys, another piece of advice. Okay, I'm never if I'm going to take class, I'm never going to sit there or there or the maybe back. I mean, like I have a good vision, but I'm at there. Sometimes I can't see the board. Okay, where am I going to sit if I were you? I'm probably somewhere over here. Okay, or probably somewhere over here. Okay, between the two beautiful ladies. All right. So yeah. You cool, guys? Probably not. Okay, I'm going to probably sit here. Otherwise, I'm just going to distracted by them. Okay, so I'm going to maybe like sit in bunch of guys. Okay, and then I can focus on in the class. Okay, it's just some advice. You see? Alright guys, let's do the next question. Alright guys, let's do the next question. So similarly, I want you to find this I from 1 to 20. Okay? 5 to the I over 2 to the 2I plus 1, guys. What's the common ratio? Can you take a wild guess? 5 over 2, you are so naive, and that's where you mess up if you take a shortcut. You with me, guys? So what are you gonna do? Find the first term by plugging I equals 1. And then find the second term, and then use the second term, divide the first term, give you the common ratio, and then plug in the formula. And you are, what are you looking for? I sub what? I sub 20. You with me, guys? Are you with me? Okay, so first term, A equals to A sub 1, you're going to plug in I equals 1, so what? 5 to the 1 is 5, okay? And then 2 to the what? 2 times 1 is 2 plus 1 is 3. So 5 over 2 to the cube, which is 8. That's the first term. Okay, and then second term, A sub 2, you're going to substitute I equals 2 into this general form, okay? 5 to the 2 over 2 to the what? 2 times 2 is 4, 4 plus 1 is 5, okay? And then 2 to 5 is 25, okay? And 5 to 2 is 25, and 2 to 5 is what? 32, okay? 32. And then you're going to use the second term to divide the first term to obtain the R. R equals to A sub 2 over 8, okay? A sub 2 is 25 over 32 over the A, which is 5 over 8, okay? And which equals to, if you like, you can multiply the reciprocal of the denominator, so 8 over 5, okay? And then you can cancel this term, give you 5, and this you can cancel, give you 4. So guys, what's the common ratio? 5 over 4 is not as you guessed in the beginning, it's 5 over 2, okay? So that's what I'm saying, don't use shortcut. Are you with me now, guys? Okay, so same way as dealing with that question. So namely what? Find the first term A, find the second term A sub 2, and then find the common ratio by using A sub 2 over the first term A. And then you get A, you get R, you get everything. You with me, guys? And again, guys, what are we looking for this question? I sub what? 20, exactly. Okay? We're looking for the sum of the first 20 term. Okay? It's so strong. Okay, all right. Let's find the final answer for this question. Okay, so what you're looking for is I sub 20. Okay, I sub 20 by formula is A times R to the power of R to the power of what? 20, and then minus 1 over R minus 1. Okay, so it equals to, you substitute A by 5 over 8. Okay, and then R by 5 over 4, okay, to the power of 20 minus 1, okay, over R is 5 over 4 again, minus 1, okay. 5 over 4 minus 1 equals to 1. Did I make any mistake? Don't test me, alright? 5 over 4 minus 1 give you 1 over 4, and then multiply the reciprocal, you have 4 times 5 over 8, then 5 over 4 to the 20, then minus 1, and that's your final answer. 4, 8 can be cancelled, give you a 2 on the denominator. This is your final answer, okay? Are we cool, guys? And yeah.
How did you do the R? I can't remember the algebra right now. So like 4 over 3 divided by 2.
Ah, I see.
Can't remember.
Yeah, good. Okay. Yeah, I mean, this is kind of tricky. What is going on? You can treat the 2 as what? 2 over 1. Am I right? So if you do a fraction over a fraction, it's the same thing with the fraction times the what? The reciprocal. And
So it'd
then
be
that's
like
how I get
4
it.
over 6.
2 over 3, right? 2 over 1, 2 over. Yeah, 4 over 6 can be cancelled as 2 over 3, right? And that's it. That's the final answer. Okay. Good. Guys. What does this equal to? A over BC. Okay? This is A over BC. And what does that equal to? AC over B. Exactly. Okay? AC over B. Okay? And that's not something I'm supposed to teach you in this class. Alright? Okay, anyway guys, let's keep going. Okay, alright. So the third type and then we're done. Alright, you still with me guys? Third time is probably the most trickiest one, okay, for this geometry sequence. You know, this, as far as you can see, is not hard at all, right? It's just A n and I sub n, okay? So, what kind of tricky question we can have over here, okay? Let me show you. Type 3. Okay? Okay, so first, find the sum of first 25 terms of a geometric sequence whose first term is 24 and the fifth term is 12. Okay, it's 12. May I borrow a pen? Okay. Thank you. Okay. Okay. All right. Guys, what are you going to do in this question? To find the sum of the first 25 terms. First, what does this mean? The sum of the first 25 terms. What's that? That's I sub what? I sub 25. Exactly. Okay. That's I sub 25. Okay. And then we have a geometric sequence, but we don't know the full information of the geometric sequence. Okay. We only know what? The first term, which is 24, and then we know the what? The fifth term, which is what? 12. All right. So what are you gonna do? You guys, it's universal true. Whenever you do a geometric sequence, you still need the first term A, the combination R. Okay. You always need those things. Okay. So guys, what are you gonna do? First, you can find out R, very easy, right? A5 over A4 is going to give you R, am I right? So first, you're going to do this. R equals what? A5 over A4, which give you what? 12 over 24, which give you 1/2, okay? And then guys, how are you going to find your first term A? Guys, don't try this. I know some of you may probably do this, okay? The first term, second, third, and fourth, and then fifth. The fifth term is 12, the first is 24, and then you do this, okay? Don't do that. That's stupid, okay? I mean, what if I give you this is like 104 term, and this is 105 term? You are not able to do that, okay? And also, guys, another variation of this kind of question is what? These two terms will not be consecutive, all right? So what? How are you going to find the first term? Okay, guys, here's the thing. If you guys assume if you have known the first term A, the combination R, how are you going to find A4 or A5? It doesn't matter. Okay, A4 equals to what? equals to, by the formula for the general term, a sub 4 equals what? A times what? R to the power of what? 4 minus 1 give you 3. Am I right? And then guys, what you know is you know A4 and you know R. What are you going to do? You solve for this A. That's how you find the first term. You with me guys? So let's see what I have. Okay, A sub 4 is 24. Okay, equals what? A times R to the cube. R is 1/2, and 1/2 to the cube is what? 1/8. Okay, 1/8. So you should have A equals to what? You multiply 8 on both sides, you are going to have what? 192. Okay, that's how you get the first term A. With me guys? What I did here is multiply 8 on both sides. Okay. Okay, cool guys. And then same thing, same old. You get A, you get R, you get everything. Okay. And then again, guys, what are we looking for? We're looking for I sub 25. Are you cool, guys? Any question, please? You cool? All right. Then what? You are looking for I sub 25. So I sub 25 equals to what? I sub 25 equals to A times R to the 25 minus 1 over R minus 1. Exactly. Okay. So A is 192 times, what is R, guys? R is 1/2 to the 25 minus 1, and then over R again 1/2 minus 1. 1/2 minus 1 is negative 1/2. Multiply the reciprocal, you have negative 38 4 times that thing. Yes. 1/2 25 minus 1. Okay, and that's your final I sub next 25. Okay, cool guys? And guys, actually I don't really like this method. Okay? It works well for 2 consecutive terms. Okay, let me give you a general question like this. Okay, let me give you a general question like this. And that's gonna be the true method I'm gonna show you. Okay, this method probably working here just fine, but I really want to show you what is the general way to solve this kind of question. What kind of question is this? I want you to find some kind of common term out of the first n sum, and then I only give you what? 2 terms. Okay, and guys, just like the if you want to fix a line, a straight line, guys. If you want to fix a straight line, how many points you need? 2 points. Okay, and same here. If you want to find a geometric sequence, you just need 2 terms. Okay, so let me give you 2 arbitrary terms here. Okay, and how are we going to find the whatever we want? Okay, alright guys, let's see the next question, and that's gonna be our last. Are you cool, guys? And this question probably the type that you are going to solve on final exam. You cool, guys? All right, so let's do it. Alright, so let's find A sub 26 of a geometric sequence whose fourth term is 16 and the seventh term is 128. Okay. Yeah, easy. Okay. 120. 120. You mean here?
No, 826. Or find 826.
Yeah, 826. Yes. What's wrong with that? 26 is nothing but number. Guys, don't worry. Okay. And like guys, actually I prefer to find A26 other than A6. A6 I still need to do a calculation, but A26 I just leave the answer like that. You see what I'm saying, guys? Not big number is bad. Okay. I mean, like maybe on the exam I will ask you what is A of 1987. Okay. It's a good news for you. Okay. Let's just do this. A of 1987. Okay. you see this is better than A, just A5, A7, A8, okay? Anyway guys, this time, probably this is the general case of this, the type 3 question, which giving you two terms, and these two are not consecutive, all right? So it's not that easy to find R, okay? How are you going to deal with this kind of question? Are you with me, guys? Okay, you with me? Does that means you don't deal with that? You still deal with that. Let me show you. Okay, all right, guys. Still, you have these two things. A sub 4 equals 16. A sub 7 equals 128. Okay, all right, guys. How are you going to deal with this kind of question? You still, guys, you still want to find what the hell is A and what the hell is R, right? You still want to find these two things. What you're gonna do, guys, is very easy as long as you remember what I said here, okay? You are going to represent A sub 4 using the general formula. You are going to represent A7 using the general formula. The general formula for A sub n is what, guys? Let's recall it. It's A times R to the power of what? N minus 1. Am I right? And then what I mean is the following, guys. I'm going to represent A4 using the general formula. Namely what? A sub 4 equals what? A, the first term, times R to the power of what? 4 minus 1, which give me 3, okay? And then what is A times R cubed? That equals to A4, which is 16, all right? And then I'm going to represent A7 also using the general formula, which is A times R to the power of 6. And this equals to what? 128. And guys, and what you are looking now is a function with respect to two variables. And you have two functions, solve this system, okay? What I said is maybe too abstract, but guys, what are you gonna do? Very simple. I'm going to label this as my first equation and this as my second equation, and I'm going to use the second equation to divide by first equation. So what I'm going to do is using the second one, divide by the first one, and you can see what's going on is going to be A times R to the 6 over A times R to the cube, which give me what? A and A cancel, R to the 6 over R to the cube give me what? R to the power of 3. You with me, guys? And then on the right hand side is 128 over 16, which give me what? 8. Am I right? You know what I'm doing, guys? So what? It's just like a more general way to find out R, find out A, okay? And now I have R to the cube equals 8. So R equals to what? 2, okay? R equals to 2. Alright guys, here I have some trick for you, okay? So guys, this 8, you can take a cube root which give you 2. Am I right? But what if the R cube is 9? Then cube root of 9 is what? Cube root of 9 is what? Cube root of 9 is what, guys? Cube root of 9 is what? It's nothing, okay? What I'm saying is, guys, I'm not going to give you a hard time to figure out what is cube root of something not cube, all right? So what I'm saying is, if you do have cube root of 9, which means you mess up, check your calculation. You see what I'm saying? So what I'm going to guarantee you is this will turn out to a very good number, okay? It may not be 8. Guys, for example, R cubed equals to 1 over 8. Do you know what is R? 1/2. You with me, guys? You know how to do that, right? And guys, for example, R to the cube equals to 125, then R equals to 5. Am I right? And if, for say, if R to the 5th equals to 32, what is R? Guys, here you don't have a lot of choice, okay? If you, it's even number, right? Either 2 or 4, and 4, if you multiply 3 times, is already beyond, okay? And you don't even need to check, okay? You know I'm nice. It's gonna be R equals 2. You with me, guys? You see the pattern, right? That's it, okay? And then what? You got the R, and then what are you gonna do? You got to substitute the R back into either of these two equations to find out what is your first term, A, okay? So guys, if you do that, let's say I'm going to substitute R equals to 2 into my, let's say, which equation? The first one, okay? first one is easier. And then what I'm going to get is a times r, which is 2 to the power 3 equals to 16. And then I'm going to solve this. 2 to the cube is 8, so a equals to 16 over 8, which is 2. So I have a equals to 2, r equals 2, and then I can find anything. All right, so namely a to the 1987 equals to what, guys? I was not joking, okay? We are looking for a of 1987. It equals to what, guys? A times what? R to the power of 1986, okay? Yeah, guys, what's going on 1986? My mother was pregnant, okay? All right. Am I right? Yes, year before, right? Yeah, yeah. Okay. All right, guys, and then A is 2, R is 2, so 2 times 2 to 1986, right? And then what is this really? This is what? 2 to the power of 1987, okay? And what's going on 1987? You know it, okay, guys? That's it for today. Cool, guys? Any question? Ask question if you still have, okay? All right. Here's still your exam. If you didn't grab it in the beginning, grab it now, okay? Feel free to talk to me and if you have any question. But I mean, like, don't ask me, Changsung, can you go over exam with me? No. You go over that yourself, and then you still have question, come to me, okay? Don't go over exam with me, all right? Everything you have seen before, I show you at least 2 or 3 times in class. You need to find out your own mistake, otherwise you never learn, okay? All right.